before you accuse the jeans and terminal length is the reason I'm still at chin length. 5 scientifically proven natural hair growth remedies that actually work. Ladies, if you've been on this channel for a while, you know one of my biggest pet peeves is somebody coming out here claiming a product to be able to grow your hair in a flash. Okay, use this one product and you're gonna be at tailbone length before you know it. Those are the kinds of videos that tick me off, because I feel like we capitalize on ignorance and we capitalize on a need for Black women to have long hair. The real thing that will actually get you long hair is length retention, and this channel is length retention focused. I have zeroed in on length retention. There's actually a playlist on length retention, tips, ideas for you to be able to grow, retain your best length. Before you accuse the jeans and terminal length is the reason I'm still at chin length. Try retaining the length. Try incorporating healthy practices, gentle detangling, protective styling, moisture, protein, all that good stuff, okay? However, a few of you guys have said, okay, since you're saying, you know, this won't grow your hair and DIYs don't work and what have you, I never say DIYs don't work, but I say they don't work the way we think they work, okay? The magic product isn't there. Are DIYs effective? Yes. Do they improve the health of the hair? Mostly, yes. However, it's not a quick fix the way we think that it will fix the hair, okay? Anyway, one of you guys asked, can you actually then just do a video on what you would recommend or what you think are natural remedies that will actually help with hair growth? So I went to town and just searched for you guys, and here we go. First of all, thanks to my members that support this channel. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for supporting. If you're thinking to join memberships, you get so many perks. There's a button below, check it out. And I have introduced merchandise, okay? So go check out my merchandise and support this channel. I've got t-shirts, hoodies, and mugs. Let me know what you think. Anyway, let's get into the video. All right, disclaimer, or just some tips, I guess, before you get started with looking for a natural remedy. I would say instead of doing a DIY, as in making the product yourself, which can work if you're skilled and you know what you're doing, go ahead, do it. However, for a lot of people that are maybe amateurs, they're not that skilled with, you know, proportions and measurements and all that, then try to stick to an already made product. Try to stick to maybe essential oils that are, or you can buy at the store and you just have to mix with a base oil or a carrier oil. That way you're safely using these remedies, if you know what I mean. Another way is just to pH test your DIYs. If you're going to use DIYs at home, I do encourage for people to use a pH strip to make sure that the pH is actually not scary, okay? Not too acidic and not too alkaline. You kind of want to stay around the 4.5 mark, and you want to stay there because, you know, you don't want to take your scalp out of balance. And pH is really important to optimize, you know, the environment for the hair to grow at its best or its optimum. So you want to not play around with pH. Now, do more research on these particular remedies that I'm going to give you, just so you are well versed and you can pick one that you think is going to work for you or work with you. Obviously, this will depend on what form it's coming in, what sort of other ingredients are in the product, who's supplying it, how accessible it is, how affordable it is. So just look at all those options as you decide. I don't believe you should be trying all these. I think just pick one and try it out real good and then decide whether it's working for you or not. I believe in massage. I believe in length retention. So even without these, the hair really does still grow. However, if you want to enhance your hair growth, if you are struggling with hair loss or recovering from some kind of scalp condition and you just want to help yourself through it, then try this out with caution and with the tips that I've just given you. The first one, you'll be surprised, but there is some research showing that rosemary oil can actually help improve hair growth. There is a study that was done on 50 men, and it was a small test. And I don't think there's many other tests supporting this, so this is probably the least that I'll choose. But about 50 people were tested. It was only a small, number of people, I guess, for the research. And the rosemary that was used was actually quite specific. I think I read somewhere that was medical grade, and there were very specific measurements of rosemary that was used. So in that regard, I wouldn't really do this as a DIY at home unless you're a chemist and you know exactly how potent that rosemary is, and if it's indeed going to affect your hair. And that's why I say DIYs don't really work as much as we do, because you could put DIY rosemary in an oil and try to put that on your hair, but you actually don't know how much of that rosemary you need in order to get the results for hair growth. All right, probably encouraging blood flow to the scalp and doing good things, but is it really doing what you want it to do? And this is important. So if you're going to use rosemary oil, maybe just use it in an essential oil that's already made one. I know that my yellow hair growth one, I'll put a photo of it. I've never tried it, but a lot of people have raved about it. So, when you look at reviews of products, and people are saying good things about it, they've had success with it, it's probably worth trying. There are other people that have said they've lost their hair with it and what have you, but guys, with so many products, even Olaplex, there's so many products out there that have gotten a bad rep with regards to some people having reactions, hair loss, etc. I think every product does have some disclaimer that it comes with. Just proceed with caution, do your own research, and maybe just, if you can't find what's definitely going to grow your hair, I have not been able to find a product that has those exact measurements as in what was done in the study. However, if you can find that and you can definitely use that, then go ahead. I'll put a link below to a rosemary essential oil that I recommend, and of course the Mayel one that I have just spoken about. Caffeine, There's a study that was done comparing coffee and minoxidil use, and pretty much the results were the same when it comes to hair growth abilities. If you don't know minoxidil, it's a drugstore product or a drug that you can buy over the counter at the pharmacy or chemist, and it actually helps with hair growth. The problem is it does come with a lot of side effects. It is, not natural. There's a lot of synthetic ingredients in there, and you have to continue using it in order to see results or continued results. So it's not something that you just treat the hair and be done. You have to continue using it. So a lot of people, they'll use it for a bit, but it's not very practical to use forever and ever. However, caffeine has shown to have similar results to minoxidil. I'll put a photo to one that I found here that seems to be the best that you can buy just over the counter. When it comes to DIYs, once again, I don't know the proportions that were used to get the results. That's why DIYs, for me, don't really just it's a stab in the dark. It could not. It could be the right proportion and concentration. It could not. So to be sure, I would purchase a product that already has coffee in it, claims to grow the hair with coffee, and go ahead and use that. If you want to do your DIYs and just go for it, create a coffee spritz, then that's fine. Go ahead and do that. There's a lot of videos showing you how to do that on the internet. However, like I said, best to just use, already made products. The next one I have heard over the years is pumpkin seed oil. A lot of people have actually spoken about pumpkin seed oil, really, really giving them results. I know Curly Chemistry speaks about pumpkin seed oil. However, there is a study that was done, the beneficial effects of pumpkin seed oil as a topical hair growth promoting agent in mice. So once again, it's not humans, but yeah, it is what it is. We take what we can take. And in conclusion, as topical application of PSO showed hair growth promotion, it might be regarded as a promising alternative for treatment of male pattern alopecia. Also considering its composition, free fatty acids, and minor components like phytoestrogens and vitamin E may have contributed to this effect. So here you have an actual study that shows that there is evidence that pumpkin seed oil can promote hair growth. There is one that I recommend on Amazon. I will put a link below and a photo here for you guys to check out. But there you have it. Pumpkin seed oil can actually help with hair growth. Can you believe it? But clove leaf. There is a research that was done on rabbits. Yeah, so hair tonic formulation of clove leaves, ethanol extract, and effectiveness on rabbit hair growth. And this study was done in 2020. Effectiveness test on rabbit hair growth showed significantly different results after measuring hair growth on the 21st day, where the results of the group given clove leaf extract 5 or 10 and 15% were 4.00 plus what have you. In other words, there was actually great results that were seen when clove leaves were used on these rabbits. For anyone that has used clove oil for toothache, you know that it stings. It actually almost numbs the gums a little bit. So definitely dilute it before you use it. And like I said, I will put some links below to some options for you guys to try when it comes to clove leaf. If you want to do a DIY, this is one that I think you can actually just do at home. However, just be cautious about the pH, and of course, go ahead and just buy an already made product if you just want to be safe with regards to, proportions maybe, and maybe the pH, preservatives, etc. So many things that I don't feel competent in when it comes to DIY. So do what you may with this information. Last but definitely not the least is peppermint oil. This one is a favorite of mine. I use peppermint oil in my essential oil mix for my scalp. This is one that I have used for years. There is some research showing that this can grow your hair. So this is how I would encourage you to use this one. Just a few drops into your oil that's going on your scalp, massage it in. I will put some links below to some essential oils on Amazon, peppermint essential oils. I believe there is some evidence for tea tree, but I didn't put tea tree in this video because the research was done in combination with other oils. So it wasn't just tea tree. So I don't know if it's just tea tree, I'm sure it does. Tea tree is a great essential oil, and I feel like there's no harm in adding it to your scalp routine. However, whether it definitely grows hair is not something that I can claim. All right, guys, so there you have it. 5 oils or 5 remedies that actually scientifically proven will help you grow longer hair. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye.